Yeah.
I watch outside of being here and getting some audio, I never watch the news. I read a lot, so I don't really care about, I'll listen to Ken because Ken's going to give it to me straight, baby. That's what I'm talking about. But just the glee of which people are excited on the left about the numbers being down. It's so bizarre that we have this world where we hope the other side fails so your side can win. What? I don't know. That's like hoping, I don't like this pilot. Well, he's our pilot. Well, I don't like him. I hope he crashes. You're on the plane, idiot. And not too many people walk away from that. Not a lot. Just, throwing that out there. And the glee of which, look, and yeah, June, they revised the numbers. We lost jobs for the first time since, God, it's been a long time since we've lost jobs. We lost 13,000 jobs. Those numbers, not meant for us. Your world revolves around you. You'll know when things are bad. You can tell that. What's the old saying? Guy down the street gets laid off. It's a recession. You get laid off. It's depression. My buddy Kennedy always tells me that, Jim. So we'll see. Again, lots of stuff still when it comes to this. And we've been asking the question today, when does it become Trump's quote-unquote economy? Because, here's the thing. And I think if we're all honest here, which is hard for a lot of people to do because we all see, we're all living in the world of my blinders are on and I'm just staring out and all I care about is this is what I believe. If today's job numbers were 275,000, Trump would have been out there going, this is the greatest thing ever. See, we added somebody. This is the way this thing has gone. The economy is based, it's on us. Government can do a few things. They can make things harder. They can get out of the way, which we would all like. But they're the ultimate nanny. They're the ultimate helicopter parent when it comes to us. So them getting out of the way, it's because if they got out of the way and allowed, kind of hands off and let us live their own life, you know what they would be? Well, first of all, they would be non-existent. But they would be miserable because their goal is to always be needed. That's what they want. That's why they have votes, right? That's why they're out there pushing it. Their goal is to be needed. So, but we did ask the question. Let us know what you think. You can text the program. You tweet at us at Chad Benson Show. Right now, I got a poll up on the old Twitter there. 52% say it's his now. 43.5% say partially his, because there is a crossover. And 4.3% said, no, it's not his yet. Some of you chimed in and said, give it a year. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's usually about that. I mean, there's things that are going on. I think the thing not so much the jobs. I think people are frustrated because inflation, and I've heard that from several of you so far. You thought maybe the inflation would start to feel like it's cooled down or something, and that's not quite, it's not there yet. It takes time. It's not an overnight thing. Now, a year from now, if we're still talking about slow job numbers and inflation numbers up, bye-bye as far as the midterms go. Trump still got a gig. A lot of these other people will pay the price. We also talked last hour about Thomas Massey. Ken, somebody said Thomas Massey is a duck. Oh, nope, he's something else. He goes, Massey is a duck.
Wait. As in Oregon duck?
No, he meant to say as in a Richard.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha.
Why? Why is he that way? I like Thomas Massey. He's going to read. He said he's going to read out those numbers. He's got that one billionaire. He keeps calling him out, Paulson or whatever.
Yeah.
That guy keeps spending money every day as he can to try to destroy Massey. Even Ro Kahana, who is the Democrat from Northern California, said, look, like AIPAC and a few of these other guys, they'll tweet at me something. He goes, but not Massey. They're right there, right in his face. They're spending millions of dollars trying to beat him. Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lord. If you guys didn't hear, there's some job openings in Georgia at the Hyundai plant. 475 people were taken into custody today, which is, it's crazy that they went in there and took these people into custody. The vast majority, if not all of them, were Korean nationals. And as Ken said, the Koreans are a little nervous about this. I don't know why. I still want to ask the question, why is it only them in custody? Who runs that facility? Who's running that facility? Why didn't they go through all of the verification? Because it was in an E-Verify after a certain amount of people. I mean, why didn't they come in and take everybody, including the managers and everybody else, into some sort of custody? Because it's always, we take these people that are working these jobs, these crappy jobs at times, and the people that are managers, the people that have hired them, the people that own these businesses, run these things, they're never the ones who seem to get hit.
Most were Korean nationals, according to the special agent in charge. They say that they looked at the network of subcontractors that this plant used. They went in, they wanted to investigate who was working there, and then they had all of the documents checked that needed to be checked.
So there they are, and they're Korean nationals, and you're sitting there going, okay, so you're taking them into custody, and who knows where they're going? Is there space at is Alcatraz, Alligator, are they not allowed to send people there anymore, right? I thought they weren't, but then they were.
I'd have to look that up.
The last thing I saw on it was that a judge had stopped it.
Stopped it. Okay. And I didn't, because there's so confusing within it. So where else are they? Because, every state has to have one. Every red state has to have one, and you have to have a cool name. What will we call ours? What they decided what they're going to call it?
The TVA, the Tennessee Valley Alcatraz.
Oh, so yeah, they're going to have to call it something, right? Every state's got to. They tried to use that one out in Indiana. They tried to call it like the Speedway Slammer or something. They'll come up with crap because it's about branding. It's about branding, people. Sandra said, I always hope the other side fails since their agenda is crazy. Well, here's my thing. Would you, and most of you are like, it'll never happen. If you could have a great economy, but the Democrats were in office, and let's be real, the Democrats who would make it a great economy are going to be the corporatist Democrats. So would you rather have that, or would you rather have a failing economy, but the Republicans in office? Ooh, that's an interesting question. Very much so. Me, I've always looked at this. You're on your own. Government can get in your way, but the economy is the economy, and you're going to have to do your best to outperform inflation, to make yourself more valuable and successful. Blaming the government for all your ills, whether there is subsidies to the rich or this to that, or, Elon's going to be a trillionaire. Oh. I mean, it's still you. It's still you. Let us know what you think. Thomas Massey. Somebody said Massey 2028. Or first they said Massive 2028. The whole thing with Massey, because somebody said earlier, Bell, you didn't hear, somebody called Massey a duck.
Quack.
But then there was a different kind of duck.
Is he a farmer?
Huh?
No, Massey's a doctor, isn't he?
I don't know. That's it. I don't know. Is he a doctor? They're all doctors or lawyers. They are. They're all doctors or lawyers. Somebody said my electric bill went down 26%. There you go. That's good. That was a massive slander. I hope Massey gets sued. Why is he going to get sued? First of all, you can't sue. That's one of the reasons he wants to read the names on the floor is because can't sue. They have immunity on the floor. So that's one of the great things the Founding Fathers put in there. So when they're out there doing that stuff, that's why they offered to read some of the names for the Epstein stuff and told the women not to. Because the women, if they go and bring their own list and try to get it out there, they're going to be in court for the rest of their lives. They're going to lose everything. But Massey and them and Marjorie Taylor Greene, they can all read it on the floor, and there's no repercussions.
Massey has a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and a master's degree in mechanical engineering. And when he was in school, he invented a technology that enabled people to interact with computers using their sense of touch. And he founded the company. It raised over $32 million in venture capital, created 70 jobs, had 29 patents, and he eventually sold it.
Oh, wonder what he got for it. Does it say?
A lot. Doesn't say, though.
Just says a lot. Got a whole bunch. Got a whole heap of cash. He's an interesting character. And I realize some people don't like him. And a lot of people that don't like him because he seems to be a thorn in Trump's side. I like him because he is I like Ron Paul more than Rand Paul. But I like Rand Paul because there's more of a libertarian slant to what it is that they're doing. I like people that are free thinkers, are willing to look at everything and willing to stand up for stuff. And, as we all know, I mean, you guys, we were talking earlier about, Monty Fritz, and we've talked about, Jody Barrett and John Rose and all these people. We're talking about why they're not natural in most cases. Everything is. Walt Disney used to have this saying for everybody who worked there. Well, were you going to say something about the Jews, right? Oh boy, here we go again. But he had a different saying. And everybody who worked there, whether you were sweeping or whether you were in a costume, you're always on the stage. And I feel like with our politicians in today's world, the celebrity atmosphere has made them to the point where there is no genuineness to them. They're always on stage. Always on stage, which drives me crazy. Let's see. Appeals court said alligator Alcatraz can open and operate again. Okay, so that's maybe where they're going. Or, because 475 of them. I don't know how many people alligator Alcatraz could hold. Have you seen it? That's funny. The first thing I would ask somebody, have you guys actually seen an alligator? I mean, I've been sold that there's alligators everywhere.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's in Alligator Alley in Florida, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, if you guys know anything about Florida, if there's a puddle, there's probably an alligator.
That's true.
If you're walking, you're like, go move right from the puddle. But yeah, I know that I just want to know exactly what we're looking at here, right? Like, what are the chances if one person gets out? Like, what's that look like? It's going to be like that movie with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Was that the one where he was on the island and he had to fight his way off of it? Somebody said that, how's he a Trump-hating rhino, Massey? He opposes everything. He's a Trump-hating rhino. That's the definition of, why is he a rhino?
Because they don't know what else to call him because he's doesn't fall in line with the GOP.
Yeah. Well, I call it smart at times.
I mean, really what it all comes down to between the Republicans and the Democrats is, do you prefer arsenic or do you prefer strychnine?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not cake or give me cake or death. Do you want death or would you like death? And we need more, by the way. Everybody calls it an obstructionist. You know what we need more of? People that are willing to stand up and tell America the truth without baloney narratives. We won't get that. And the reason is simple, because they're both in it together. It's the same side of the coin. They are going to tell you that they're going to cut this and they're going to do that. And then you look up and next thing you know, we're $38 trillion. Then we're $70 quadrillion. And we've got all these unfunded liabilities and they didn't cut anything. They may cut taxes here or there, or they may add some stuff here or there. And they act like they're doing stuff or making people pay their fair share, whatever they want to do. But they're just spending it in other places. One of them spends it over here on this corner. The other one spends it over there on that corner. But it all ends up the same way, spent. And we all end up holding the bag. All right, coming up. I don't know what we're going to talk about. I mean, I'm looking here. I got like 20 different things to talk about. I think I might surprise you guys with something. Are you guys ready for that? We got your text as well. When do you think it becomes the president's economy? So they're sworn in. Where is that? It's now your economy. What's the crossover? You got to give it some time, but at what time is that time? Let us know. You can text at us. You can tweet at me, at Chad Benson Show. This is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. WTN, that right there is Ken the Wiener Master. That's what we're going to call your your wiener farm.
That's a little too open to interpretation.
You know what? That's part of the fun, Belle.
Yeah. Some of them are going to be fat and hairy.
That's great. We're talking about, for those of you people that go, oh, my God. Oh, some of you are probably, your hearts are palpitating. You're like, I got the vapors. But this is when we win the lottery this weekend.
Yeah.
And Ken and I are going to come in wearing, we just won the lottery shirts. And the Belle's going to be like, oh, my God, I need to build my bunker. And everywhere Belle goes for the next several months until he finds his bunker, we're going to tell everybody where Belle's at.
Now, this thing's going to be so huge and luxurious that it's going to be a couple of years in the building.
What is the purpose of the bunker? Is it to just never deal with humans again?
Right.
Okay.
That's the reason for the sign over the gate that says absolutely no admittance without invitation, appointment, or warrant.
Okay. Warrant. Whoa. Wait till the trillionaire comes drilling through your home because he didn't know, because he's trying to put another one of those,
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't consider
How
that.
hilarious will that be? What are you doing here?
All of a sudden, there's one of those subterranean drills, the little giant circular cartoonish drills coming to my wall.
That is so hilarious. That is going to be. That's funny. It's funny what people say they're going to do if they win the lottery. Everybody's go-to answer is what? I'm going to help people. I'm helping me. I'm people. And you know what? It's you're going to help people close to you. I mean, you are. And I said the other day, I asked Louis this. I said, would you retire? No, I wouldn't. I mean, I just, because I like what I do, but
you might Howard Stern your schedule, but why retire?
Yeah, but and the other side of it is you need to have some purpose. But even if you decide, I don't want to do anything, well, who are you going to do that with? Because most people have friends outside of Belle. Right? Most people have friends. Right? Ken and his wife and his kids are hanging out. He's got wiener dogs everywhere. People coming over all over the world to go, hey, Ken's crazy wiener farm is over here. And they drive over there from all over the world to see Ken's 500, giant, huge. It's going to be massive. It's like a herd of wiener dogs everywhere.
And they'll bring little treats.
Little treats to everybody.
Just scares me how long it took you to put the word dog in.
Well, I just want to make sure you guys understand. We're talking about wiener dogs. Okay. So but you are like, I don't want anybody. But if you were to do, like I've always said, if my goal was to do nothing, outside of my wife and stuff, she'd get bored with me sitting around all day. She would not like that. My best friend, I'm giving him some money. All right, dude. Kenny, you're done. You're retired. It's over.
That's the kind of thing that I would want to do for the people that, like I look back over my life and there have been certain people that have kind of helped me in certain ways and advanced me. And I would love to be able to walk into their house one day and go, oh, by the way, I just came from your bank. Your mortgage is paid off.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to do that. Go into a hospital where people have a bunch of debt, just pay it off.
Yes, sir.
That's a good thing. I always say, too, I want to go to little churches that are working hard, that are doing it the right way, that, don't get caught up in the McDonald's-like church world that we have now, which is one on every corner and everybody looks the same.
Yeah.
And just here's a bunch. Really spread the word. Go do it.
I'd like to find single parents who are working 2 to 3 jobs to raise kids.
Yeah, because I've been trying to do that with single moms for a long time, and all I have is singles.
You want to help them off the pole?
That's right. Well, you know what? That's what I tell my kids every day. Well, you work so hard, Daddy, so you're never on the pole. That's why.
You do not say that to your 7-year-old.
No, but I say that I'll say that to like Lily, and she'll start laughing. You say that to? Yes, I do. I say that my stepdaughter is brilliant and smart and way ahead of her time. She's got her life already mapped out. So it's just, I mean, helping people's cool, but I want to make sure that nobody knows. Like, that's a big thing. I don't want people to know. Because then I feel weird. You ever do something nice for somebody and then they're like, and then you feel awkward? It's like, well, this was awkward. If I knew this was going to be awkward, I wouldn't do something nice for you. You're a jerk. No, I'm honest, kids. It's coming up. We got some of your texts. Some of you really don't like Thomas Massey, the hatred. But then some of you, I've noticed, really like Thomas. You're like, you know what? He's the only one that stands up and says something. He's not a rhino because he's not a Republican, by the way. He votes with them. If there was a good libertarian party, then he would probably be a libertarian. Wouldn't you think so? Don't you think so, Bill?
Absolutely.
He would be, right? Like a libertarian?
He considers himself a libertarian.
Yeah. And because of the two-party system, though, you're stuck. You're stuck in a situation where, like Bernie or Angus or Ron Paul, then Rand Paul and stuff, you have to go with one side. You have to choose because that way you get all the stuff with it.
All the money.
All of the money. By the way, did you see the report out about the Navy SEALs in North Korea?
No.
Oh, we'll talk about that. It's very interesting. When Trump was in office, what apparently tried to happen. I want to see what your take is on this. We'll talk about that, among other things, straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. So, by the way, Bill, a lot of people have silos for sale for you in Kansas.
Oh,
The problem with the silos, though, is that everybody knows where they are.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if I'd want to have to live vertically like that.
See, this is the way I think Bell's going to do it. Bell is going to have somebody build him a underground bunker, like 3 or 4 people, and they're going to build it all, and they're going to be super excited, and they're going to show Bell it, and then Bell's going to eliminate them.
Yes.
Because nobody can know where Bell is.
Precisely. See, we're simpatico. We're thinking alike here.
That is awful, Bell. That is awful. So before we went to break, this is crazy. So report out that Trump approved a plan way back when he was president the first time to have SEAL Team 6 Red Squadron sneak onto the shores of North Korea and plant listening devices. I don't even know where you'd plant them. So they could try to intercept Kim's communication. So they went there in little small subs. And what happened was there was a small boat that saw them. And with one person entering the water, believing that the boat could be North Korean security forces, the U.S. team opened fire, killing 2 or 3 of the people in a hail of gunfire. When the SEALs approached, they said they found out, we killed some regular folks that were fishing.
Oops.
Don't. Realizing their mistake, members of the Red Squadron, the same unit that had killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan in 2011, did they? Pulled the bodies from the water so there would be no discovery. One of the officials familiar with the mission told the Times the SEALs even punctured the fishermen's lungs to ensure the corpses would sink. That is not how you treat the Rocket Man. Oh, you know what they should have done?
It's probably a quicker death than he would have given them if he thought they were treasonous.
Yeah, you know what they should have done? They should have just, Trump, put something on his, give him a pen. What, you hopped over the little wall to shake his hand, right? Give him a wiener dog. Ken's got a bunch of them.
No way, man.
No way.
They won't feed him.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't. No, they probably would.
They'd eat him.
Yeah.
Oh, Ken, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but it's North Korea.
It is.
They don't have a lot of food going around there.
There were years in North Korea where cannibalism was on the rise.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about that.
It probably wasn't a crime.
No, well, they didn't care because if you live in Pyongyang and they say it's okay, you're probably going to get enough rations and food to survive. It's the people outside of Pyongyang that are the ones that are fending for themselves.
I mean, part of Kim's policy is actually to keep them impoverished so that their day-to-day lives are focused on just trying to survive versus allowing any kind of a rebellion to coalesce between people.
Well, they're too hungry, too.
Yeah.
You're so weak. You can't fight when you're weak. And if you go to the Chinese side, there is a lot of, they run back and forth. They have problems with people sneaking into China. China doesn't want them.
No, China will send them back if they catch them, and then their whole families end up in an internment camp.
Yeah. It's not a good thing. That's it. That's like what we were talking, they're sending, 20,000 soldiers to fight with Russia? Something like that. God knows how many they've really sent. But they tell them you're going to either die there or you and your family die here. So off they head. Then they find the phones, and then we already know what happens then. No, oh my God, no. We're not going to talk about them eating wiener dogs. See what you started now? Our buddy Vet for Freedom says we absolutely can drive some of those things next week, man. We should be able to cruise around on those Bobcats.
That'll make me nervous.
No. Dude, what if we were hanging out together and we had two of them we could fight? You guys got to come join us. We're going to be out there. There's going to be barbecue.
Now, if there's a large open space, I'll try it.
You know what I want to do? I want to show my skills. I want to get in it, and I want to drive over to where the barbecue is and take my little bucket down a little bit and put my barbecue in it and then back up and then go eat it.
The only thing that comes to my mind about me trying to drive a Bobcat is, you remember in The Office when Michael Scott decided he was going to try his hand at what it's like down in the warehouse? And he hopped on the Bobcat and just destroyed everything.
Well,
or not a Bobcat, but it was a forklift.
Forklift. Yeah, forklifts can be dangerous that way.
And Daryl, who was the manager downstairs, was just
you like The Office, yeah?
Oh, yes.
So that the new show's out. It came out today or yesterday?
I think it was yesterday.
It's called The Paper.
Yeah.
And it's like that, and it is really funny.
So is it as politically incorrect?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's very much so.
I'm in.
There's a lot of, it's great. It's the beauty of the world. They don't want you to be politically incorrect unless, of course, they write it and put it in a show.
Right.
Then it's totally fine to be politically incorrect.
I always thought The Office should have ended with a 2-hour movie that was basically the cut down, edited documentary that they were filming.
Oh, that would have been interesting. Yeah. It was, it's funny. I've seen a little bit of The Office with Steve Carell. I saw a lot of it with, what's his name?
Ricky Gervais.
Have you ever seen Ricky Gervais when he was a rock star?
I have not seen that.
Because, he was in a rock band, like a Top of the Pops kind of like
Was
thing.
he really?
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah. He was a real, musician, like he wanted to be a star. And he looked the part, too. But, yeah, that one's fun. It's fun. It's dry humor, like with Steve Carell, but it's very British.
Man, he became my hero after he hosted that Oscars or the Golden Globes or whatever.
Golden Globes, where he just absolutely scorched those people.
Who's the lead guy in The Paper? The guy from Force Awakens?
Yeah.
Gleason? Something Gleason?
Yeah. I was going to say Jackie Gleason, but I don't think that's it. Because Jackie Gleason's dead.
This guy's a little more svelte than Jackie was.
And Jackie's dead.
Yes, he is, unfortunately.
Well, look, it's the age of AI. You're nitpicking now.
Oh, speaking of that, Orson Welles had an unfinished movie.
What?
That he was doing. They have recreated the last 43 minutes of it using AI.
Oh, man.
Uh-huh. So they have got it.
Does the cinematography between the AI and the live match?
From the little bit they've showed, it is
seamless.
You are never going to know.
Wow.
That is how good this thing is.
Orson Welles. Which one of the Paul Newman movies was he in about the hot South back in the day?
Was there a lawyer in it? Remember, because the South always has a lawyer in it and it's always hot in that place.
It's not hot. It's not Cat on a Hot Tin Roof.
Long Hot Summer?
Long Hot Summer. Yes, sir. Orson Welles was the Big Daddy.
Oh, cool. Big Daddy, baby. The Vet for Freedom is going to come by and watch us all battle. See, everybody's coming by, man. They're ready. You guys got to come out. We're going to be all over the place. Come check it out. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's going to be, you know what? I'm interested tonight to see how this debate goes.
Yes.
I just saw, Jackson was heading down there. Our good friend and yours, Mr.
Brother Murphy.
Brother Murphy just wandered by. I don't see top hat and tails.
No, he didn't have a top hat on. Had a nice shirt, though.
He did. I want top hat and tails. No monocle, though. He promised me. No monocle. No monocle.
What about a cummerbund?
Oh, that would be interesting. What was the cummerbund for?
I think to hide your fat rolls.
Okay. That was the man. I call it the myrtle.
At least that's what it was for me.
It was the myrtle. It's the man girdle. It's the myrtle, ladies and gentlemen, the man girdle. New stuff coming up about the Uvalde. Like, the door wasn't even locked, and there was all kinds. I mean, every time they mention that, it gets worse. And here's the other thing. Apparently, the police chief, he may get $1 million walk-away severance.
Goodness.
For allowing kids to be killed and being an idiot, he may get $1 million severance. I remember when he was going to stay on afterwards because he just won like the city council thing. He's like, I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm like, dude, you need to leave town forever.
Yeah.
Because those people who live there are looking at you as if you, oh, wait, you did, allowed their kids to be slaughtered and didn't try. My goodness me. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Oh, man. They're not going to let us. Somebody just sent us a picture of a giant, huge, like, bulldozer thing. They're not letting us do that. No. Maybe. I'm not even asking anymore. I'm just doing it.
You know those giant dump trucks, those industrial size things?
The ones they build in, like, Moldova, and the tires are, like, 500,000 pounds.
It's like they're 18 feet tall tires. I would love to drive one of those just for the experience of driving something that big.
Me too. I wish I could drive it every day to and from work on I-24. I wouldn't have any problem at all.
No, you'd just be driving over everybody.
You know what's interesting about that? I've never seen one. I've seen them on TV. I've seen them on videos. I've never seen one.
I think I've seen one, but it was being hauled. It was like an oversized load. And it was going down 24, of course. And it was a massive dump truck.
Earth mover, that's what they call them. Those things, they're built in some weird country too. That's what but I look at those things and I think to myself, I've never seen one drive. I always do they build them there? Do they send them piece by piece and then they assemble them there? Because you would have to, how much of the road are you taking up?
Well, you'd take it all.
But how are you getting off the, on the off ramp onto the freeway or off of it?
Oh, well, this one took up a couple of lanes at least.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of there were at least a couple of pilot cars in front and in back.
Yeah. That's so weird.
It's been years ago.
So weird. Somebody wants to know if the myrtle goes with the man's ear. That was the greatest episode on.
The bro.
Was it Seinfeld, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The man's ear.
Oh my gosh.
That's so awesome. Oh, kids, we're having fun. Coming up, who knows what? We're still having fun. It is a Friday. We're asking you guys the question. Well, many of you love Thomas Massey. Some of you hate him. Somebody said he's not a libertarian. I said, why is he not a libertarian? He goes, you have to say that to a libertarian before they become a libertarian.
You're not a real libertarian unless another libertarian has told you you're not a real libertarian. That's how you know you're a real libertarian.
Yeah, there we go. So, you guys catch? That's crazy, right? Like, so crazy. So we'll play around with a little bit of that. And when does the administration and the president that's in power, when does it become theirs fully? Let us know. You can text at us right there on the old line. You can tweet at me at Chad Benson Show. We'll do some more of that straight ahead. Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.
All right, drivers, not causing a major slowdown, but we still have that road work off on the right shoulder, 440 westbound, just past 24. Then a crash. Police on the scene, Briley Parkway eastbound there at 24 north, exit 18. Today's jobs report and what it might mean when the Fed meets about interest rates later this month. Coming up at 2 on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
But those files do exist.
Yeah, thousands and thousands of pages of files. They'll redact every Republican or conservative person in those files, leave all the liberal, Democratic people in those files.
I think they visited that Maxwell person.
Yeah.
And also involved.
Got transferred to a minimum security prison too recently, which is against BOP policy because she's as she's a convicted sex offender, they're offering her something to keep her mouth shut.
That is a guy that is I think, second in charge in the world of the DOJ. There's a couple different areas, but he's up there, right? This is not a no-name. This is a guy who has a card. He's got a card and everything he hand out to people. Mr. Schnitt is his name. And, he got honeypotted by James O'Keefe. I think it's O'Keefe Media Group now. He was with Veritas, but something happened. And he's saying they're going to take out the Republicans' names and leave the Democrat names, and that Maxwell, for being, a good player in this, got moved. And we told you guys, she should never have been moved. Ever. Ever, ever should she have been moved. She's a convicted sex offender. It's not just about she's a convicted sex offender. She should never have been moved. And they didn't even deny it. The Department of Justice, and they sent out some weird little tweet. And you're like, guys, you got to do better. This is not going well. And people are like, well, they released 33,000 pages. How much more is there? If Massey, Ro Khanna, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and several others, there's probably another 250,000 that are known. That's a lot. I mean, that's not nothing.
And how long is it going to take to go through all of that?
Oh, they've probably gone through it 50 times. How long will it take? Well, think about how long they had. Remember, he died under Trump's watch. So they've had all of this stuff for the most part since 18 or 19?
Yeah, that's right.
So it wasn't this isn't just an overnight, like they just got these files yesterday. No, this is not a good look at all. And saying that we're going to take out the Republicans and leave the Democrats, also not a winning.
It's not going away, man.
It isn't. We said so.
You cannot just come out and say, okay, so we released it. That's it.
Yeah. Wait till Massey starts reading names, because he's already talks about one person. Wait till he gets to some of these other ones that you're going to really recognize. Then it's going to the fan, if you know what I mean. Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. A lot of stuff that we're still trying to squeeze into. They caught a whole bunch of folks that weren't supposed to be here. We'll talk about that. It's Red Dad, Chad Benson, Super Talk 997.